Now, Eyewitness Sports 4 presents your best source for high school sports. New Mexico Game Day, sponsored by McDonald's.
Good evening and welcome to New Mexico Game Day. There were some big games in Rio Rancho tonight and a couple blowouts in the metro area. But our first question of the night, it has nothing to do with high school and everything to do with the rivalry game tomorrow. Who's going to win the football game? The Lobos or the Aggies? Text NM1 or NM2. Send your text to 74574. We will have results later in the show. Our guest tonight, the Sandia Prep boys soccer team. Ryan Hunter will start the show. Tell the viewers which game is up first tonight.
The big football game of the night is Rio Rancho and two-time defending state champ Las Cruces.
Well done. You could have my job sometime in the future. Top 5 match. Now we'll switch to football of a different kind. With me right now, Sandia Prep boys soccer coach Tommy Smith. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, JP.
You guys are 6-1-1 on the season so far. What have you discovered about your team this early in the year?
We got a pretty good defense. We've only given up 1 goal, which was the other day in our loss to Albuquerque High. So we've been pretty good on defense so far.
Yeah. Earlier this season, we saw you beat Bosque 1-0 and take on Cibola and play to a 0-0 tie with a top program like that. You have been getting some offense, though, from your team, haven't you?
Yeah, we scored a lot of goals in some of the early matches, yeah. We had a great game with Cibola, like you mentioned last week. Game could have gone either way. We had our chances to score. Couldn't get it done, but yeah, we scored a lot of goals as well this year.
And you have a big tournament coming up next week, right? You guys travel on the road to St. Louis. How did that come about?
Yeah, we've been invited to, it's called the Gateway Classic. It's teams that are invited to this tournament usually have been nationally ranked at some point, which we were back in 2006 and 2007. And so we'll play some pretty good teams out there. All the teams that we're going to play will either be in the top 25 or the top 50 in high school.
Yeah, what kind of competition? Who are some of these teams that you're going to be playing?
We open up with Notre Dame High School from Peoria, Illinois, and then we're on a tough bracket. We're on the same side as Christian Brothers, which has put a couple of guys in the UNM program over the years, and they'll be, in fact, where we're playing our games is at Christian Brothers, and so we've got some tough teams.
What prompted you to play in a tournament, you know, all the way halfway across the country in the Midwest?
Well, you know, years ago when we got an invite to this tournament, the guy has been inviting me every year for the last 6 or 7 years, and I said in 2014 I think I'll have a pretty good team that we might be able to compete in something like that. So we decided to do it this year.
Well, I think you're right. You do got a pretty good team. Stick around. We're going to talk some more soccer. Time for a break and check out some other scores from around the state. With me again, Sandia Prep soccer coach Tommy Smith. Wanted to get back to a point that you made. You thought that this year's team, you might have a good one this season, and you were right. What led you to believe that this year's team could be one of the better ones you put together?
We have 9 seniors on this year's team. 6 or 7 of them have played basically since their freshman year. So, you know, and they all play competitive club soccer. So it's a good group that's gotten better every single season. So.
You've been at Sandia Prep now for 17 years. Did you think you'd be there that long when you first took the job?
No, no, I didn't. But it's been 17 great years. So.
And real quickly, who do you think is going to give you guys a run for your money in your class?
Bosque Prep. Santa Fe Prep has a good team. Hope is always pretty good. There'll be some surprises from some teams either up north or down south.
All right, well, good luck next week in your tournament in St. Louis.
All right, thanks, JP.